We made a lab kit that included some very dilute hydrochloric acid in a plastic bottle. The bottle looks like this, has a screw-off lid, which I had hoped would stay firmly attached, and we would only have to use the little flip top to release the acid. Some of the bottles in transit may have gotten loose, or the pressure may have changed, and a little bit of the acid would have ended up in the corner. And in fact, that's what's happened to this particular bag. When you look at it, there's a little bit of acid in the corner. So to capture that and to keep everything safe, we're going to need a measuring cup. It could be glass or plastic. It doesn't have to be a measuring cup, but it needs to be something that you can pour liquid from. So something with a spout. We'll need a pair of scissors. That's much safer than a knife. And then, of course, our damaged bag. You can see I'm doing everything on a paper towel. That's in case if there are any drips, the paper towel will absorb it and it won't harm my kitchen counters. All right, so to start, we're going to take the scissors, and while I'm holding the bottle firmly in the bag, I want to snip off one corner, and I make a pretty good size snip. So I've taken a whole corner. You can see the size of the wedge I've taken off. A whole corner of the bag is off. And now I've got a pretty good size opening. I'm going to pour whatever liquid is free. There wasn't nearly as much as I thought there was. It just looked huge. Pour that into my glass measuring cup. And now I want to free the plastic bottle from the bag. So I'm going to take the scissors and I will cut off the remaining lid. Again, keeping everything over the paper towel so that if there's any little bit of acid, it's not gonna hurt my countertop. Oh, my glass lid is loose. My lid's loose. I see what the problem was. All right. So again, pouring out any of the acid. I'm holding everything over either the glass measuring cup or the paper towel. Now we're going to move to the sink. So I'm going to alternate our field of view so that we can see the sink. What I want to do is rinse off my bottle. I'm going to take the plastic bag and go ahead and put it in the sink. We'll take care of it in a minute. I'm going to turn on the water. I think you can see a little of it. And I'm just going to rinse the outside off. I know it's going to mess up my paper label, but that's just life. The outside of my plastic bottle has been rinsed off. It's in good shape. So we'll come and we will take off the lid. I think you can see I've done that. I'm going to remove the lid. I set it down back where we were with the paper towel. Now I have our measuring cup, and I want to carefully pour what liquid is in the measuring cup into the plastic bottle. So once that's done, I'm going to take my measuring cup and put it in the sink. I'll deal with it in just a minute. I have my lid. I'm going to screw the lid back on, this time making sure it's upright. I should have put tape on it before I shipped it out. Make sure it's upright and the lid is firmly attached. And now I can take a clean piece of paper toweling. I'll have to step over here. A clean piece of paper toweling. And I'm going to dry off my bottle. I know my label is the worst for wear because it was paper and I've gotten it wet, but I've captured my acid. It's back in the bottle. I'm going to put, the outside of the bottle is dry and secure. I'm going to set it to one side. So what do I do with the things in the sink? Well, I'm going to rinse them off. A little bit of water is going to take care of everything. If you're really worried about it, you can put it through the... So rinse it off with a lot of water and we'll be in good shape. The plastic bag should be rinsed out. Again, try not to splash, but it should be rinsed out. Now fill it with water a few times. Dump the water. So now we have a wet plastic bag that's empty, and we'll end up throwing this away. Before you do that, you could take the two pieces that you cut off. the end and stick it inside, and the little corner piece and stick it inside. And so now we've got all our plastic in one nice container. You can just put that in your regular trash and it will be fine, because all of the acid, it was dilute acid to begin with, but all of the acid has been even further diluted and it's gone down the drain. It's perfectly safe. No worse than maybe pouring pickle juice down your drain. Just to be on the safe side, you might want to rinse off the scissors in case a little acid got onto them. And again, doesn't take much. They should be fine. And now we're good. You should have your acid in the bottle. Lid is on tight, and be sure to store it in the upright position. We don't want it on its sides, but upright position. If you're worried, you can set it inside the little plastic lid that came with the kit.